Okay, we're more or less protected here. Now, as yesterday's episode you might say was extra long, it's possible that today's episode might be extra short. You know, just how much of this can we stomach? Okay, so here we're just leaving the bow on the starboard side, and you can see right there at the hawse pipe the rail is pushed down a little. So let's see if we can get in there and push it up. Now, that looks better to me. Okay, to check for the railing pushed down like that, we have to look at it more or less horizontally. In order to see if it's leaning in or out, we have to check it from overhead. Now, let's just slowly move our way down the starboard side here towards the stern. Okay, right here. I just want to very gently move that up without pulling. Oh, I broke it loose. You know what? Maybe I should be using something different. Maybe in a case like this, we should just sort of flatten it out with this. Would this work? Not really. Now, we did break loose right here, but that's not a serious thing. I don't think I'm going to even add any CA there to that, because the CA glue is going to show, and it is, you know, fastened down really well. Okay, we'll just continue on, look for anything else now. I'm going to adjust the lighting here. There, that looks better. Not as good as new, but not bad. Now right here, it's a case of the railing is leaning in right here. I don't know if now's the time to try and fix that or not. Oh, I think I may have bent that rail down just a little bit. Now I realize that if you were to want them to look like, you know, chain, we'd want each one to have a sag in it, but I don't think that's a good idea. There's just too much. Okay, we're going to have to adjust our ship just a little bit here. Well, I think that's not too bad. Let's turn the ship around and we'll look at the port side. Okay, this time we will work our way from the stern to the bow. Now, we already did the stern the day before yesterday. We know it should still be good. You're going to be noticing railing that is badly bent on the next deck up. But I want to do the gunnel first, and then we'll move up the next deck, and then the next deck, and so on until we, work our way right to the top. I want to do it systematically, and that way there's less chance of missing anything. Not that I couldn't straighten it later anyway, but I want to try and get it all done at once here. I think we should have this all done today. Uh-oh, I see something. Yeah, just get the camera out of the way here a little bit, and then I can get in there. Okay, this one has to come down. This one has to go down a little. This one up a little. Maybe I went too far down there. That looks normal. This one's good. That one's good. Well, this one's got to come up just a little bit here. There. Okay, I'm going to readjust the model here, and then we'll continue on. Okay, yesterday we were here, so we know that should still be good. All right, now let's look straight down on it if we can somehow and see if it's leading in or out. Okay, before we go overhead, when I edited out those last few minutes here just now, I noticed on the stern I could see in the monitor when it was enlarged something that looked not quite right, and I think it must have been this one right here, because if I can grab hold of it here, lift it up just a little bit like that, maybe. Was that the one? Yeah, if I look at it right from the stern, right, sort of eyeballing it along at this trajectory, I could see it wasn't quite right, but otherwise we saw these railings a whole lot better and with the camera than you do with the naked eye. And we weren't even using the macro lens, and we were out of focus a lot of the time. Sorry about that. Anyway, now let's try and hang the camera overhead. Well, this was the plan, but I can see now that it's going to be too dangerous here. My plan was to slowly drag the model along, looking straight down on the railing, and it's just not turning out to be as effective as I thought it was going to. And where it's going to get dangerous is right about now, because what about the mast? In order to get everything to go around the mast, I've got to swing it like this to go, and and that means that you are not going to be looking straight down anymore. No. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to risk it. So my plan to look straight down, I thought it would work, but it's not. So sorry about that. Okay, here's a thought. These two lenses, they look alike, but they're not. This is a wide angle lens. This is my normal lens. It goes all the way from 24 millimeters up to 120. If I have it set at, say, 85 or thereabouts, I should be able to have the lens high enough that it will clear the mast. Then only the lens has to pass by the mast, not the whole camera. That might work. I don't know if I'm going to go to all that work. I could give it a try. Is it really that important? Probably not. I'll give it a try. Well, let's try this again. Okay, check the monitor. And then can we move this slowly and steadily? Okay, I'm watching the monitor, but I better keep an eye on what's happening with my masts. You're looking straight down on the railing, and unfortunately you're not seeing anything except the shadow from the posts. Okay, so you can see here now that the mast is going to clear. It's going to clear the lens, so that's all right. I'm going to be in the kitchen here yet. I think I'm going too fast. Well, this did not have the effect that I had hoped for. Okay, now obviously my spotlight is on the wrong side, so you're in the shadow there. Okay, let's just get this over here without breaking anything off. I thought it would work. Let's get on with something else. Let's get on with something else. What's an elch? Sounds like something I'd meet in the woods, and it had antlers, and I didn't have my gun. Yeah, I can handle a rabbit, but I don't think I can handle an elch. When I ordered this book from Amazon this morning, it said only one left, and I was thinking to myself, oh sure, they probably say that just so that you're going to want to buy it right away. Sort of a sales pitch type thing. Anyway, I checked again just now. It says temporarily out of stock. So maybe I really did buy the last one. It's supposed to be here the day after tomorrow. We'll have a box opening, or a package opening, or a book opening. Now this book here I ordered on the 23rd of May, and it was dispatched according to their records on the 28th of May. Yeah, it could be here anytime, but I'm kind of curious. Shipping something from the UK to Winnipeg for that price, how can they make any money? We'll get back to our fence mending in a minute here, but I don't want to forget to mention this. And that is that one of the viewers had asked something to the effect of, what did you find the most difficult? And on the bottom of this crane that swings out, like this crane is supposed to help remove the aircraft from the hangar and swing it around on top of the catapult. Now, right on the bottom here, underneath, there was supposed to be glued a little tiny piece of photo etch. I don't know if you remember back when I was trying to glue it on. I just couldn't get it. I think that I'd have to say that was the only part of building this model that I really had difficulty with, to the point of I just gave up on it. Seems to me I lost one, and I just gave up on them for whatever reason now. Otherwise, even the difficult parts of this ship I enjoyed. I enjoyed the whole build so far. Yeah. Okay, we are now going to check out the next deck up. I don't know what you would call it, but it would be the superstructure which housed things like the officers' quarters and so on. And we're just going to look for railing that has sort of got itself, you might say, bent out of shape. And I think what I'm going to do is, when I come to something, okay, like right here, that's pretty obvious. That got kind of bent over and mashed. Okay, we're just going to fix it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go on and try and find places without searching with the camera, and then just sort of fix it. I may or I may not show it. We'll see how it goes. Some of these bends are just so subtle, I don't know if I'm making it better or worse. It appears that this whole section here has kind of got pushed in a little bit. Just want to see if I can pull it back. I don't want to pull on the corner because it'll maybe break something here, but just a little bit. Okay, I think those are okay. Yeah, that's some better, at least from my perspective. Now, rather than turn the ship around, I think what I'm going to do is just move up to the next deck and work my way along to the bow. Okay, this aft section looks all right. I'll just readjust here. Okay. Now it all appears to be okay to me. Oh, the swing out bridge. That doesn't look too good there. Now, as near as I can tell, it's basically just this one corner of this one rail has to come down a little. Can I bring it down? But then the other one came down. Let's bring that back up. Okay, let's check the monitor. How are we doing? Oh, this is all bent down too. It has to go up proportionally, like that. Then like this. Okay, now let's check the monitor. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Or should maybe this go just a tiny bit more? Just get in underneath here. Now maybe to give proportion of size, there's my finger. I don't know what this deck is called, but we are now up 4 levels from the main deck. And the forward section looks pretty good. Now the aft section at the same level, this is all good. No use messing with any of it. But if we drop down, we got a problem right here. Now I'm wondering, could this one corner come up just a tiny bit here? And once again for perspective. Now this is the last of the railing on the port side at the back. It just appeared that maybe that should have come up just a little bit. Could have been my imagination. Now, viewers have been asking, how is our little rabbit pellet doing? Well, 48 hours ago, you saw it in this test tube, and very soon afterwards, I had put water in it. I have not seen it since. It's down underneath there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up and I'm going to focus right in on that little white fluffy or whatever it is. And I'll put it there and we'll get to see it all at the same time. Okay, I hope I've got everything pre-focused properly here, and I'm taking the file out of the holder right now and I'm doing my best not to shake it up. I'll just move this out of the way. Okay, well, it appears to me as though we have dissolved here, or are in the process anyway. Not completely though, right? My goodness. No, it's not completely. Okay, enough of this. Let's leave it for about a week. We'll check it in a week or so. Somebody remind me. A bit of a different ending in our episode today. Well, I guess they can't all be the same, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.